I am back, guys. What is up? Anyway, today is going to be a Rayman video. Yeah, I'm talking about Rayman. Yeah, you know the character who has not had a main game since 2013? The one who is constantly neglected by Ubisoft. The one whose games sell more in deranged and crazy rabbit form? The one who gets a quote-unquote new mobile game every few years. Yeah, that is the guy. I'm going to be talking about 3 Rayman games that should be remade. If that sounds familiar, I made a video about 3 Sonic games I felt should be ported like Super Mario All-Stars. Without further ado, let's get started. The first game I would want remade is Rayman 3 Hoodlum Havoc. It is the 3rd game and final entry of what I call the classic Rayman period before going into the Rayman Rabbids spin-offs. Let me begin by saying Rayman 3 has some of the best graphics I have ever seen in platformers and gorgeous visuals that hold up even today. It has a great soundtrack with upbeat and whimsical music with great voice acting. It is super funky. Personally, the game is one of my favorite platformers of the late 90s and early 2000s, which is a much simpler time. It gives me Super Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie vibes. Unlike these previous games, however, Rayman 3 is a more mature game, with its plot being much darker and more desperate in nature. The Lums, or balls of light energy, are corrupted by an evil Lum and transformed into scarecrow-looking monsters, ready to defeat Rayman and conquer the world. But this game also hosts another mature side, which is its humor. I have to say, this is one of the funniest games I've ever played in my life. There's a lot of crude humor, adult jokes, fourth wall breaking jokes, and sarcasm. Take a listen.
How's it hanging, wiener dog? Come on, I'm kidding. Hey, I like that outfit on you. When does it come off? Don't be so touchy. Here, check out what I found.
The game also has a point system, allowing players to gain points by defeating enemies or collecting items. Quickly gaining points allows you to unlock a second tier of points, which gives you more points. The points of getting points, no pun intended, is to increase your score, which gives you rewards at the end of each level like new modes and minigames to access. It's cool to see there's an incentive to kill the plethora of enemies thrown at you in this game. Also, this game is the first in the series to have a worldwide score ranking, like the world ranking system in Rayman Legends. The points you get from every level are tallied at the end of the game, and then you receive your rank. I think that's pretty awesome. Imagine this system, but with social media capabilities, with the creativity of its score system, good soundtrack and visuals, and its dark but hilarious tone. I think Rayman 3 would be a great game for Ubisoft to remake. The second game I would want remade is Rayman Arena. Rayman Arena, sometimes called Rayman M, is a multiplayer spin-off party game. I liken it to games such as Sonic R or Super Monkey Ball as far as gameplay concepts. It comes a little after Rayman 2, The Great Escape. It retains many of the same elements, such as its gorgeous level design, controls, and gameplay. It consists of 2 different gameplay types, which are on-foot racing and arena battles. The racing mode is split into 4 different types, which are training, racing, which is a traditional race, Popolopoi, which is a time trial type game, and Lums, in which a player must collect a certain amount of Lums to complete the level. I have fond memories of the races in this game. I remember having to press the X button like a maniac when hitting a speed ramp to maximize your speed, or mashing X when hitting the ground to keep your momentum. The racing stages were full of obstacles such as bear traps, electric fences, and other players. You have to constantly use the purple Lums to gain access to shortcuts and secrets to maintain your advantage. The races were always exciting and action-packed. Did I mention that the 10 characters in the game all had different character music themes, and they were played if you were in first place? Listen to Razor Wife, Razor Beard's wife. I always found that track amusing for some reason. The battle mode hosts 3 separate gameplays, which are Lum Spring, Lum Fight, and Capture the Fly. In this game mode, players can use power-ups and weapons in an arena. In Lum Spring, you must collect 5 Lums before the time ends. You can slow your opponent down by throwing ice balls at them. Lum Fight is a traditional battle, with players needing to eliminate their enemies to score 5 points. Capture the Fly is a capture the flag type game, with the player needing to hold the flag for as long as possible while avoiding other players. This gameplay brings back rough memories. I remember I had a friend who I could never beat in this mode. I swear the most amount of curse words I have ever said in a day stemmed from this game mode. Whenever I was about to win, he would get lucky and get a buzz rocket, which is a player-controlled weapon that hunts you down like a missile, killing you instantly. I swear that dude was a pro Call of Duty player. Regardless though, this was a fun game mode for competitive friends. With its 11 different weapons, you could construct your own way to dominate. Honestly, this game felt like Rayman 2 the Olympic Games, if there was ever such a game to exist. Good times. I feel this game is criminally underrated due to the success of other Rayman games, and kart racing games were deemed more popular at the time. The game had a lot of content. It had over 30 stages you could play, 10 different characters, good voice acting, lots of collectibles, and great music. With the rise of popular competitive arena type games and battle royales such as Fall Guys, I believe this makes Rayman Arena a good candidate for a remake for the talented Ubisoft developers. The final game I will want to remake is Rayman 2: The Great Escape. Rayman 2 is held as one of the best Rayman games by most fans and critics, while mentioned on a plethora of best game of all time lists. There's a reason why many have it above Mario, Crash Bandicoot, Banjo-Kazooie, and Sonic, and I have to say, it is my favorite Rayman game as well. Where do I even start? Well, check this out. That melody was soothing, right? You hear this every time you free some teensies in a cage or other tasks. You know a game is on the level of its own when something like this is a regular occurrence. Amazing. Anyway, this is probably the darkest Rayman game. Unlike Rayman 3, there is much less humor around its dark environment and its plots. I mean, this game is terrifying at times. It's full of robo-pirates enslaving innocent people, demons with one eye that spew fire in scary caves, and zombie chickens. Look at this! It's downright creepy! Don't worry too much though, as the game has quite a few lighthearted areas to mix in. The game never gets boring, it basically has no filler. Every single level feels unique. Every gimmick introduced gets replaced before it becomes tiring. You can go from using your hair to helicopter up windy valleys, sliding down long hallways full of lava, or riding a rocket robot to traverse levels. You will fully appreciate this game's brilliant level design as you are being chased by a giant pirate ship or terrifying giant monsters. The game is challenging, but does not go overboard. Most of the challenge lies in traversing the worlds and the levels inside them without dying. This is mixed with a good spread of enemies, and battles never feel like an unnecessary chore. The characters are full of life, and in certain versions of the game, the characters speak completely in gibberish. This helps the game to feel more authentic and really immerse you in its world. Additionally, the music and audio are some of the best ever seen inside a platformer. Every track fits the environment it is heard in. There's a wide variety of moods within the game, from melancholy to upbeat. The audio mixing in this game is top-notch, with every rope grab and walking at Rayman's feet against the grass sounding realistic. This is exceptional, as this game was released in the late 90s and early 2000s. I feel as though this is the obvious choice for a Rayman remake. It is one of the best-selling Rayman games, and one of the most critically acclaimed games of all time. I know Ubisoft has not paid much attention to Rayman lately, but I still have hope the franchise will live on. They are in good hands, but those hands gotta work. Anyways guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I will see you all in the next one. Peace.